Okay, welcome back to Physical Science Online Lab. Trying to get everything centered there. Okay, so this is our baby jar lab, which is basically normally in class you'd be given this list of things, and you're just going to try to combine baking soda, flour, salt, starch, and sugar with a few different compounds to see if we get a chemical reaction or a physical reaction, using your notes, your evidence of chemical reaction to decide which one is which. This should match up with your sheet. So going from top to bottom, I have the baking soda, flour, salt, starch, and sugar already pre-put into my well plates here. And then going from left to right, I'll do the water, vinegar, and iodine for each of them. That's the power of a well plate, is I can run all of it kind of maybe not exactly at the same time, but in the same place, in the same location, with about the same amounts, and keep as many things consistent as I can. I hope that you get that water is a pretty common thing. So we'll start with water, since that probably will be the least impressive. We'll just do water the whole way down in this one well over here. So just a couple drops into each one. And at home, you're watching for any changes that you can see. So somewhat hard to always see, but let's keep in my same pipette, just kind of stir each one of these up. I know with the big amounts, it's sometimes tough to tell, but it does look like this one, some of it kind of disappeared into the water. That's called dissolving. This one, not really happening. It's just kind of mixing, making it cloudy and mixing. Salt, once again, hopefully you know from labs and stuff that salt dissolves, although there's not much water in there. That's why it doesn't all dissolve. Starch just mixes. In fact, starch and water is how you make an oobleck. And sugar, it's weird. We think of sugar as being able to dissolve because it's in a lot of drinks and stuff, but it's not. It's only able to mix. Okay, the next up is vinegar. Vinegar is a very mild acid. So we've used hydrochloric acid in some of our videos already. This is a very mild version of that. So we're watching for any reactions that happen. That one, there was obviously some fizzing. Nothing. Once again, because there's some water, I would say that the salt dissolved a little bit because hydrochloric acid is still made up of some water. But the only one that had a bubbly reaction was the baking soda and vinegar. Makes sense. That's what we make, volcanoes out of, right? The paper mache volcanoes. We have that reaction. And lastly, iodine. Iodine is an orangish indicator solution. So any orange color comes from the indicator itself. Any unexpected color, so any non-orange color, would come from some sort of a reaction. So once again, just putting a few drops into each one. And pretty clear to see even on the video, baking soda, salt, and sugar all just turned orange, which was expected, whereas flour and starch turned a very dark black. So a very unexpected color change. There you go. You should be able to use this video to answer that first page. Pick one of the ones for each one and identify it as physical or chemical, and state the evidence that supports if it was physical or chemical. Was there an unexpected change or wasn't there?